Let me tell you something that can flip the way you see your entire future. Your life can change in 24 hours. Not in a year, not in a decade, in one single day, if you learn how to master today. People overcomplicate success. They make it this mountain you can only climb with perfect plans and years of waiting. But the truth is simpler. The only thing you have control over is the day you're in right now. This day, this moment. You don't have to fix your entire life in one shot. You just have to win today. That's how lives are transformed, not in leaps, but in single, deliberate steps stacked on top of each other until the world looks different. Think of success like a massive wall. It doesn't appear overnight. You don't wake up one morning and find it finished. It's built brick by brick. And every single day you wake up, you're holding one of those bricks in your hand. What you do with it determines everything. Lay it with care, discipline, and consistency, and your wall grows stronger. Neglect it, and the structure collapses before it even begins. You're building your future every single day, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you building it with intention or leaving it to chance? Pause and really think about this. What if everything you've been chasing, the success, the health, the freedom, the peace, doesn't start next month or next year, but with the choices you make in the next 24 hours? What if the key to the door you've been banging on isn't in some distant future, but right in your hands today? Every great story starts with a decision. One moment. One choice. That's all it takes to begin rewriting your life. So ask yourself, what choice are you making today that your future self will thank you for or regret? Here's the hard truth. If you can't control a single day, how can you expect to control your destiny? Success isn't magic. It's discipline repeated over time. Your destiny is nothing more than the sum of your daily decisions. Control one day, and you prove to yourself you can control another. Stack those days, and you take ownership of your entire future. Stop getting lost in the weight of forever. Forever is built one day at a time. Win today, and you begin to win your life. There was a man who was overweight, broke, and completely lost. Every day he promised himself he would change, and every day he failed, until one morning he made a new promise. Not to fix everything, not to change his whole life, just to win that one day. He decided he would eat one healthy meal, take one 30-minute walk, and read 10 pages of a book. That was it. He repeated it the next day, and the next. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Within a year, he lost the weight, rebuilt his finances, and became the version of himself he always dreamed of. Not because of a miracle, but because he mastered one day at a time. That's the power of daily habits. That's the power of today. Here's the reality check. Someday isn't coming. There is no perfect moment when the stars align and your dream life lands in your lap. There's only today, this day, right now. And if you don't own it, you lose it. Stop saying someday. Start saying today. Today is where your power is. Today is where your transformation begins. Today is the only thing you can actually touch, control, and change. So take it. Master it. Build your success one day at a time. Because the life you want isn't waiting out there in the future. It's waiting for you to seize this day and do something with it. Everyone loves to talk about big goals, the dream house, the dream career, the dream life. But here's what most people miss. Big goals are nothing more than a collection of small victories. You don't leap to success, you climb to it one step at a time. Every day you win, no matter how small the win, you stack another layer on top of your dream. Think about an athlete training for years before stepping onto the world stage. Every practice session, every rep, every early morning, They're not glamorous, but those small victories in the dark create the spotlight moments everyone sees. Your life works the same way. The question is, what small victory are you going to claim today? Success isn't lightning. It's not a sudden explosion. It's growth. And growth is slow, steady, and invisible at first. A tree doesn't sprout overnight. It pushes roots deep into the soil before anyone sees the first leaf. Every day, it adds a little strength, a little height, a little life. Your success is a tree. Every day you work, you're growing roots. You might not see the results yet, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. The roots you build today are what will hold you steady when the storms come tomorrow. Ignore today and tomorrow collapses. Master today and tomorrow obeys. Here's the truth. The future isn't this separate thing floating out there. It's built entirely out of your todays. Ignore today, and tomorrow collapses before it even arrives. Master today, and tomorrow obeys you. So many people say they're waiting for their future self to be disciplined, to be strong, to be successful. But your future self is nothing more than your present actions multiplied. If you don't master this day, you hand your future over to chance. If you do, you command your destiny. Stop trying to win the year. Stop trying to win the decade. Win the next 24 hours. That's it. That's the rule. One day at a time. When you wake up, don't ask, "Can I do this forever?" Ask, "Can I do this today?" Because anyone can win one day. And if you can win one, you can win another. Stack those wins and you create unstoppable momentum. The 24-hour rule strips away the weight of forever and puts power back in your hands. You don't have to be perfect for the rest of your life. You just have to own today. Consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't get applause, but it creates giants. Serena Williams didn't become one of the greatest athletes in history from one match. She became great by showing up every day, rain or shine, tired or not, and mastering her craft piece by piece. The same is true for you. You don't have to have the loudest start. You don't have to have the perfect plan. What you need is consistency. Because consistency turns ordinary people into extraordinary champions. And it starts not next month, not next year, but today. Let me tell you the harsh truth. Overnight success is a lie. It's a fantasy sold to the impatient and consumed by the desperate. People see someone rise to fame or wealth and think it happened in a flash. But what they didn't see were the years in the shadows, the failures, the sacrifices, the nights no one clapped for them. You don't stumble into greatness, you grind your way into it. And if you're chasing a shortcut, you're chasing smoke. The only overnight success that exists is the moment when the world finally sees what you've been building in silence for years. Success isn't one big win, it's compound interest. It's the payoff of tiny investments made every single day, long before anyone notices. Time and discipline, that's the formula. Skip a day and the growth slows. Stay consistent, and one day the curve shoots up and everyone calls it luck. Think about it like money. You don't become wealthy by throwing in one massive deposit. You become wealthy by consistent contributions. Your actions work the same way. Every disciplined choice compounds. Every small step pays off. Over time, it builds something unstoppable. Here's the contrast. The world sees the glory, the highlight reel, the trophy moment. What they don't see are the thousands of quiet, uncelebrated days that built it. They see the house, not the foundation. They see the tree, not the roots. That's why you can't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's spotlight. Their success isn't built on one moment. It's built on 1,000 moments no one ever saw. And your success will be too. Kobe Bryant wasn't great because of talent alone. He was great because of 4 a.m. practices when everyone else was asleep. Serena Williams didn't dominate because she won one big match. She dominated because she spent decades perfecting her game one swing at a time. Elon Musk didn't build companies by magic. He built them by failing, adjusting, and pushing forward every single day. These names are legends now, but they were grinders first. Years of quiet effort created the overnight moments that made them icons. Would you still chase success if it took 1,000 ordinary days? Here's the real question. Would you still chase success if it took 1,000 ordinary days? No applause, no recognition, just you, your work, and your discipline. That's what success demands. That's the price of greatness. Most people quit because the grind feels too small, too repetitive, too boring. But those ordinary days are the very soil where extraordinary lives grow. If you can embrace the boring, the daily, the unseen, you will one day live what most people only dream about. Your biggest battle isn't against the world, it's against yourself. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. If you don't master it, it will master you. That's the truth most people ignore. Success starts inside. Before you can conquer your goals, you have to conquer the thoughts that tell you it's impossible. You can train your body, you can learn new skills, but if your mind stays undisciplined, it will sabotage every move you make. The question is simple. Are you controlling your thoughts, or are they controlling you? Every single result you have in life starts with a thought, a belief, a seed planted in your mind. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions become your habits, and your habits, they become your life. If you want to change your life, don't start by rearranging the outside. Start by planting better seeds inside. Because words are seeds. Beliefs are seeds. What you plant is exactly what you harvest. Fill your mind with discipline, courage, and focus, and watch how it flows into everything you do. There was a young boxer who lost his first professional match. The critics said he didn't have what it takes. For weeks, he replayed the loss in his head until one day, his trainer asked him, "What are you telling yourself every day?" The boxer admitted that "I'm not good enough." His trainer looked him in the eye and said, "Then you've already lost every fight you haven't even stepped into." That boxer changed his inner voice. He replaced, "I'm not good enough" with, "I will outwork everyone." Years later, his name was written in history as a champion. His secret wasn't talent, it was mindset. He learned the first fight you win is the one in your head. You don't build a strong mindset once and keep it forever. You build it daily. Just like muscles, it needs training. Morning affirmations that anchor your beliefs. Journaling to clear mental clutter. Visualization to see the goal before it's real. Meditation to control your thoughts instead of letting them control you. These practices aren't fluff. They are tools. They harden your mind. They teach you to stay focused when life throws chaos at you. A strong mind doesn't happen by accident. It happens by habit. Think of your mind as a garden. If you don't plant intentionally, weeds grow automatically. Fear, doubt, excuses. They show up on their own. Discipline, courage, focus. Those have to be planted on purpose. And once planted, they have to be watered every single day with consistency. You can't expect a harvest from seeds you never planted. And you can't expect success from a mindset you never trained. Guard your garden. Feed it with thoughts that build you. Because the stronger the roots, the bigger the results. People think success comes from huge breakthroughs. one big moment, one massive leap. But the truth is this: success is the result of small wins stacked day after day. Every little choice you make is either building you up or breaking you down. The small wins you collect don't look like much at first, but over time, they create momentum that can't be stopped. Stop underestimating the power of a single good decision. It might feel small, but it's a brick in the foundation of your future. Keep stacking those bricks, and one day, you'll look up and see the fortress you've built. Ask yourself, what if the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't some giant moment, but a small decision you make today? What if the life-changing shift isn't next year, but the choice to do something different right now? Your future doesn't change in a single day because of luck. It changes in a single day because of a choice. That workout you almost skipped, that extra hour you put into your craft, that moment you said yes when fear told you to say no. Those small decisions are the ones that open doors you can't even see yet. Think of water dripping on stone. One drop doesn't seem like much, but over time, that constant drip shapes solid rock. That's what your small wins do. They might feel insignificant, but they carve strength, discipline, and success into your life. It's not the big swings that shape you the most. It's the steady, relentless drops. The actions you repeat until they become part of who you are. That's what creates change that lasts. There was a man who wanted to run a marathon but couldn't jog a single mile. Instead of quitting, he committed to walking for 10 minutes every day. Weeks later, 10 minutes became 20. Walking turned into jogging. A year later, he crossed the marathon finish line. His secret wasn't superhuman effort. It was small wins that added up to something massive. In business, one woman committed to making one extra sales call a day. Just one. In a year, that one call a day turned into hundreds of new clients and the foundation of a multi-million-dollar company. Small wins, big results. Perfection kills progress. Waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect execution, it's the fastest way to stay stuck. Success isn't about flawless execution. It's about consistent movement. Stop aiming for perfect. Start aiming for progress. One step forward every day will beat standing still waiting for the perfect leap. The people who win aren't the ones who did it perfectly. They're the ones who refuse to stop moving. Success isn't built on what you do once. It's built on what you do over and over until it becomes part of who you are. That's the power of habits. They are the silent architects of your future. A strong habit doesn't just help you hit one goal. It reshapes your entire life. Start with one simple rule. Make it small enough to do daily and powerful enough to create momentum. A 10-minute workout, writing one page, saving a small amount of money. These small, consistent actions become the backbone of lasting success because they don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Motivation is great, but it's unreliable. It's like a spark. It can light the fire, but it won't keep it burning. Habits are what keep the fire alive when motivation disappears. The people you admire aren't the ones who felt motivated every day. They're the ones who kept going on the days they didn't feel like it. Discipline is freedom. Consistency is power. When you build habits, you build a system that carries you, even when your feelings try to stop you. And that's what separates those who wish from those who win. Think of habits as autopilot. At first, you have to consciously steer, but once they're locked in, they carry you without as much effort. Good habits drive you toward success without constant decision-making. Bad habits drive you toward failure without you even noticing. The good news: you get to choose your autopilot. Every habit you build is like programming your future. What direction are you setting for yourself today? Sometimes we overcomplicate change, but one powerful daily routine can shift everything. For example, wake up, write down 3 goals for the day, move your body for 20 minutes, and spend 10 minutes reading something that feeds your mind. That's less than an hour, but if you do it daily, it reprograms your mindset, strengthens your discipline, and sets the tone for success. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a routine that you can repeat until it becomes second nature. That's how transformation happens, through consistency, not complexity. Imagine meeting your future self 5 years from now. What would they thank you for starting today? One habit can change everything. Saving a little every day can build financial freedom. Moving your body daily can save your health. Feeding your mind daily can open doors you can't see yet. Your future is being shaped right now by the habits you choose or refuse to build. So ask yourself, what habit can you start today that will make your future self proud? People love to talk about 5-year plans, long-term visions, and future goals. But here's the truth you can't ignore. Success isn't built in a year. It's built in a day, one day at a time. Every single morning, you are handed the tools to shape your life, and what you do with them determines everything. Stop waiting for the big moment. Stop waiting for someday. Greatness isn't a date on the calendar. It's what you do with the 24 hours right in front of you. It all boils down to this: one day, one choice, one action. Repeat. That's the formula. Not 10 steps ahead, not 1,000 goals at once. Just one day. Make one powerful choice. Take one intentional action. Then do it again tomorrow. Repetition is where strength is built. Momentum is created in the daily grind. If you can master one day and then repeat it, you can build anything: a business, a dream, a new life. One day is small enough to win and powerful enough to change everything. Look at your life right now. Not 5 years from now, not even next month, just the next 24 hours. What will you do with them? Will you let them slip through your fingers like every other tomorrow you promised yourself? Or will you grab them, own them, and use them to move one step closer to the life you want? You can't control yesterday. You can't control next year. But you can control this day. And what you do now writes the story of what comes next. Someday is a trap. It's the lie we tell ourselves to feel safe. Someday I'll get in shape. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll live the life I deserve. But someday isn't coming. The only day that matters is today. Master today, and tomorrow will build itself. Win this day, and you take control of the next one. Stack those victories, and soon you're living the life you thought was out of reach. Your future isn't years away. It's not sitting at the end of a long road. It's right here, hidden inside the next decision you make. One choice can change the entire direction of your life. One action can set off a chain reaction that reshapes everything. That's the power of today. That's the power of one day. So decide, choose, act. Build your success one day at a time, and watch as those days create a future you can't even imagine yet.